Simeon and Anna, when waiting becomes worship. The temple was busy that day. People came and went, prayers were spoken, sacrifices offered. And in the middle of the crowd, a poor young couple arrived, Joseph and Mary. They held their newborn baby, Jesus, coming to dedicate him to the Lord as the law of Moses required. To most it was routine, but two people saw more than a child. Simeon was there, a righteous and devout man, a man who had waited, not just for a season but for a lifetime. God had promised him that he wouldn't die until he saw the Messiah. Every day he returned to the temple, and every day he looked. Then the Spirit whispered, "Today." Simeon stepped into the temple courts just as Mary and Joseph walked in. He didn't ask, he didn't hesitate. He walked straight to them, reached out his arms and held the child. And as tears welled up in his eyes, he said, "Sovereign Lord, as you have promised, you may now dismiss your servant in peace. For my eyes have seen your salvation, a light for revelation to the Gentiles and glory for your people Israel." He blessed them. Then he looked at Mary and said something strange. "This child is destined to cause the rising and falling of many, and a sword will pierce your soul too." It wasn't just joy, it was prophecy. Simeon saw the cross, even while holding the cradle. Close nearby was Anna, an old prophetess, 84 years old, a widow since she was young. She had lived in the temple, fasting, praying, worshiping day and night. She had waited, watched, believed, and the moment she saw the child, she came forward, not to ask for healing, not to complain about time lost, but to give thanks. She praised God and spoke about the child to everyone who longed for redemption. And this story teaches us, waiting is not wasted when it's filled with worship. Simeon and Anna didn't just wait for a promise. They lived in hope. God never forgets his faithful ones, even if the world does. And sometimes the greatest moments come right before the end of the waiting. Simeon didn't see Jesus walk on water. He didn't hear him teach or see him rise. But he saw enough to know the promise had come, and that was enough. Maybe you've been waiting and for healing, for breakthrough, for a promise that seems too late to keep. But hear this, God is never late, he's always on time. And sometimes the fulfillment comes quietly, when no one else is looking. Keep waiting, keep worshiping. He sees you, and he will keep his word. Like this story, if you believe God honors the faithful, share it with someone who's been waiting too long. Subscribe for more true stories where hope doesn't disappoint, and God never forgets his promise.